selected. Entering franchise. Players ready to negotiate. Entering re-sign players.
These players are on the last year of their contract. Re-sign. Cap room is how much money you have to spend on new contracts this year. Cap hit is how much the current contract proposal will impact the cap room. The closer your contract proposal is to desired contract, the higher the chance they will accept. This is the player card. Here you can see your player's strengths and weaknesses by looking at their archetype ratings. This is the development trait. Superstar and Superstar X-Factor players will progress faster over time. Players can improve their development trait by being one of the top performers in the league at their position. This is the Abilities tab. Here you can see what abilities a player has and what effects they have in-game. Abilities are available to both Superstar and Superstar X-Factor players. Unlock ability slots by improving the player's overall rating. This player has a zone ability. This is a powerful ability that can be activated when the player completes in-game objectives. Only X-Factor players will have zone abilities.
Okay.
Year's option is set to 5.
26.
Year's option is set. Year's option is set to 5. Year's option is set to 7. Year's option is set to 1. Year's option is set to 7. Year's option is set to signing bonus option is set signing bonus sign 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 signing sign sign signing signing sign salary option is set to $5.07 Sam. Salary option salary option is set to $5.08. Salary option is set to $5.07 Sam. Make off. Enter. Yes. Entering. Pop up. You have two options. Start negotiations is selected. Signing. Make offer. Enter. Yes. Entering. Pop up. You have two options. Start negotiations is select. Signing bonus. Signing. Salary option. Make offer. Enter. Yes. Entering. Pop up. You have two options. Start negotiations is selected. Year's option is set to 2. Year's option is set to 3. Signing bonus option is signing bonus signing bonus salary option is set to $3.08 Sam. Signing bonus entering attention signing bonus year make off enter yes entering pop up. You have two options. Negotiate week 5. Entering scout college players.
Welcome to Tutor.tv. We're going to go ahead and get started here. We have an early AM game. I'm going to go ahead and throw it up.
Play season game is selected. Improved team. View message. Game. Team adjust lineup. Members you have 3 options. Invite. League Superstar X Factor. Options. Setting. Sliders. Settings. Slide. League news. Superstar. Members. You have 3 options. Invite. Team adjust lineup. My trade center. Entering trade center screen trade block. Entering trade blocks. R Griffin III. W. Emerald. Eastic. Jst. M. R. Dub. J. Stidham QB 61 overall cap hit $590K. Left. C. Ed. T. Ice. R. J. N. T. Yeldon. Dub. B. Snell. J. T. Love HB 71. Left filter NFL. Right filter FB. Left filter
Washu,
NFL.
let
Right
me
filter.
play with you.
Entering trade center screen trade block.
What do you mean, like inside my franchise? Because that's all I ever play, or that's what I'm doing right here.
Play season game is selected. Entering train. Skip simulate training.
No.
Entering team select screen. The San Francisco 49ers the home. Entering places.
Yeah.
Things to do. Play full game. Entering ready.
Alright, let's do this. I mean, we could build the franchise together or something. If I end up liking the game. I'm going through a trial phase right now. Playing like a 15-minute quarters on simulation, trying to keep it like as real as possible. Injuries on, all that good jazz. All pro. Was doing all Madden, but
from Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California.
With everything being real.
It's a special prime time edition.
Well, I don't see a problem other than you'd have to keep up with every time I played. It's kind of like a dedication thing.
We'll see Jimmy Garoppolo and the
San
Francisco 49ers taking on Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia.
Or so south of Candlestick Point
Well,
at a place that first opened back in 2014. As you can look at Levi Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room.
Don't forget to look me up on all platforms with keyword Hitamain or Google KVK God Squad. Thanks for the support.
Alright, guys, fellas.
Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins,
Eagles.
too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Out come the Eagles for their first drive, led out by their quarterback in his 5th year in Philly, Carson Wentz.
Let's make it clear, dude, Go.TV is an all-gaming channel. Never claimed to be a pro at this kind of things, especially football.
The next 2 years beset by injuries, but last year started all 16 in the regular season again and was very productive. His first 4,000-yard campaign throwing the ball,
to keep it all real.
27 touchdowns and only 7 interceptions. The injuries got him again.
I hate not picking my plays,
when he's on the field,
well, I get to pick
this
them,
team is dangerous.
and I'll get them off the coach's suggestions.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play. 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
I don't know who you're throwing that to.
Incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. 3rd play here this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Wentz. Throwing for his running back,
Good,
and he's got it
good pass.
complete. And
Good
this
pass.
effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Jesus. I think you called for a fair catch. What the hell?
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
23-yard line.
Look at them shit stats. No wonder everybody wants somebody to kick on so he can fuck me up.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
21-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for the Niners. 53 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Oh, beautiful.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On first down, Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
So much of the 49ers' success last season was due to tight end George Kittle, the NFL's all-pro tight end in 2019. If you want to start a debate, ask the question, is he the best tight end in the game, or is it Kansas City's Travis Kelce? Maybe they're 1A and 1B. In any event, Kittle had 107 catches last season, his 2nd straight 1,000-yard season, and he's a threat anywhere on the field, especially as you get closer to the goal line.
And we just signed him for 6 more years.
From the 6. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession. Let's see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Philadelphia.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson.
Oh, good hit.
And he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball, You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time, and that's not easily done because you know all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
At the 44-yard line.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. So they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
The tackle made.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down.
Tackle made.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Man open, it's Goodwin. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Goodwin.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Wentz now to throw. And Jeffrey's got it. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, 79 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Niners take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 30. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Call him out. He's hurt.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for the offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start with a handoff to Sanders. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
The ball carrier.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A gain of 2 on the play. And this is 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
He was brought down.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
On the play.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz caught by the tight end Ertz. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now this fucking player tried to dive straight with his legs. Me.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From midfield, here's Wentz. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. The 20. There he goes, left side. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
San Francisco.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Yep, you got that right.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Let's take that.
Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
It's a gain of a yard. And this.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Now Benjamin. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Now Mostert. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Mostert, the ball carrier.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back.
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run. It's Sanders. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Complete to Deshaun Jackson.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their confidence. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's brought in by Jeffrey.
Wentz's pass.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Gain of 10 yards.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. An Eagle 1st down there, Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ. Wentz now on 1st down. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
Philadelphia.
Throwing on 1st is Wentz. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
At the 49ers, 13.
Good position to be in here, second and inches. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first and 10, here's Wentz. And that's complete to Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
The Niners take over first and 10. At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. Not for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. The Niners on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Sanders incomplete. It is 2nd down and 10.
Now a carry for Sanders. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 21. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A gain of 5. 1st down.
On 1st down, Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Wentz going to throw. Now they set up the screen for Clement. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 7.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the 1st half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you...
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So that drive goes 8 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He's got it at the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Pass interference. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Now Gold for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin the next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
To kick off for San Francisco.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff?
Yeah. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
That was a ridiculous interception.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, and now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Second and 2.
Go ahead.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. On first down, Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for George Kittle.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Second and 10.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where it was the visiting Broncos who were able to come in and get the road victory. 28-7, your final score. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium, and they were winners in that one over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. 28-14 was your final score. And finally, Monday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Green Bay Packers. In the game you're watching, it was Jimmy Garoppolo who was brilliant in that first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10.
All right, here we go,
Their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
Brings up second and 3.
Mostert. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. On third down, here comes Mostert. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
What a breakout season Raheem Mostert had in 2019, and now he's got a chance to be the lead back for his team. In fact, he spent time in the offseason bulking up, trying to get stronger, to absorb the extra hits and be available for more snaps. He wants to be a guy who carries the ball from game 1 all the way through game 16 in the regular season.
From the 38, Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
10 at the 29-yard line.
Garoppolo now. Samuel bringing in the slant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
First and 10 at the
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. That catch good for only a couple.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. And that is incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Something apparently not feeling right to Garoppolo, so he'll step back and take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
For the field goal, a 33-yard attempt.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go, and that will swell the lead to 16.
37. Eagles.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
At their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. And he powers his way up past the 30. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Mostert, the ball carrier.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 more there and another first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
56, 21.
Here's Mostert. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. 3 touchdown passes down for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the 44.
Throwing again on second down. Wentz, man open, it's Goodwin. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 16 yards, a first down.
A gain of 16 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Miles Sanders.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 6. At the Niners, 36-yard.
From the 36, Wentz. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Oh. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Working from the gun, Wentz caught by the tight end Ertz. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I've played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot, if that's what they want to do. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brown on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
4-yard line.
across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Raheem Mostert averaged 5.6 yards per carry last year. That was second in the NFL. So it's safe to say that it paid off that he patterned his work ethic after his hero Frank Gore, the former 49er. That's a guy who really shows you how to go out and get it done each and every day. Raheem Mostert patterned him and had a breakout season in 2019 with the 49ers. I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 14. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
At the 14-yard line.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. That's the end of the third quarter.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 6 from the 10. This is Mostert. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
They're bringing us about right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why they... And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his second touchdown of the night. And this offense continues to pour it on. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Gold to add the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30. So that drive in total 8 plays. And Tevin Coleman polished it off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. Wentz now on first down. This short throw caught by Goddard, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. The Sanders has got it complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. This pass complete. Wentz to Ertz. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
To Zach Ertz.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Wins to throw again. It's caught by Sanders. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
There's the Winston from the first quarter.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
They go for it on 4th and goal, but that lines up incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized, you know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently. You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Got the connection here to Bourne. And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
That one may not cost him in the end, but still, obviously something the coach wants to avoid.
Oh, without a doubt. It won't cost the team because of where they are on the scoreboard, but it will cost the player who gave up the football.
Elliott on for the extra point. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
Steps away. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run. But how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you've got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll set up to throw from the gun. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
On the play. 1st down, Eagles.
Throwing on 1st is Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. From the gun, it's Wentz. Incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Pass rusher extraordinaire, deformed that time, getting the sack. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Oh,
now they go screen. It's complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield,
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th
Don't
down.
forget to look me up on all platforms with keyword to the main or Google KVK God Squad. Thanks for the support.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And
that
they
was
will not
stupid.
be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
48-yard line.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Open man is born. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the 49ers, they're just pouring it on. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff position? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Gold with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
All right, let's get it. 3:45 left.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Tried to screen.
So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Down.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Deshaun
I don't think he was thinking that is
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started.
what
And that
was
would
he
have been a
thinking?
1st down. Instead, you saw the contact
Look
on
at that.
time,
Oh, my
no
God.
penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Eagles indeed snap it. Wins. This is caught by Jackson.
I wanted.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Wentz now on 1st down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
It ain't doing
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in.
I mean, I shouldn't give it.
Back in the air on 2nd down. Wentz. And
what
he's
is this?
across for the touchdown. Too
Looks like
little,
everybody
too
gave
late.
up.
But he does get in for 6.
Weird.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
And the 49er hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the Eagles' 49-yard line.
Watch the run, watch the run. Check 37, check 37. Hey, check 24, check 24. 21, 21. 11, 11. Kill.
Once again, it's Mostert. 20. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play there for the Niners. 47 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Oh, Garoppolo's going to throw it. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
To my boy
Debo. On the touchdown there. And the 49ers continue to roll.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Now Gold for the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception.
My boy Deebo.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
I can't remember, these stats are unreal.
Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Encroachment, defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Wentz again. And that's complete to Sanders. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line.
Tonight's
a big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the 49ers, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll have another home date next week as the Miami Dolphins come to town. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to
Finish game.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
44 out of 55.
Attempts 55.
500
Passing
yards for
500.
Carson Wentz.
Interception
4
82.
touchdowns.
Longest pass 79. Team completions 44. Attempts 55. Completions 44. Attempts passing yards 515. Completion percentage 80. Passing touchdowns 4. Interceptions 1. 82 yards. Longest pass 79. Longest pass 79. Rushing selected. 20. Pro. Team S. Attempts 29. Attempts 29. Attempts 10. Attempts 17. Attempts 29. Attempts 1. Attempts 1. Attempts 1. Receiving selected. Receptions 6. Eagles selected. 49ers selected. Team receptions 6. Receiving yards 217. Blocking selected. Defensive selected.
Ama muma yaima muyama boyima bangay chang hang yere palay chang hang
Post-game report player stats. Entering XP feedback screen, you have 27 options. Game day goals is selected. Entering player upgrades screen, you have 4 options. Javankin, Aussies, Alabama Shire. Trent Williams. Agile. Javankin Law. Aussies, Alabama Shire. Power Rusher. Speed Rusher. Power Rusher.
This player's development trait is hidden. Put this player in your lineup and evaluate him on the field to unlock his true potential.
Run stopper. Power rusher.
Scouting points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.
Entering franchise hub screen things. Scout call. Entering. Choose a draft. Download from Madden share. Entering. Welcome to Community Files pop-up. The Community Files screen is where you can see all the different types of files that have been shared by the entire Madden NFL community. File name 2021 Draft Tailed. File name 2022 class. File name 2021 class. File name first will. File name 2022 draft. File name 21 draft class. File name fiction app. File name 2022 draft class. File file name 20 file name 20 file name 2021 NFLDRAFTBENGL. Undefined. You have view creators files. Download file. Entering download file pop-up warning. The contents of this file may contain offensive language. Entering draft class import pop-up importing 450 players. Please
Here's
wait.
a list of all the players that will appear in the upcoming draft. Select a player to learn more. Select to scout this player and unlock his best skill. Use this information during the draft to make your pick. Each skill unlock will cost you scouting points. A portion of unused points will be lost each week. Unlock this player's true skill ranking to see if he is a diamond in the rough or a bust. You just found a diamond in the rough. Other teams will undervalue this player, and you may get the next Tom Brady.
Unscted selected. You have four options. You have you have You have four options. H, F, W are selected. You have four. You have four. You have four. You have four. You have four options. You have four options. You have four options. 6 is selected. You have four. You have four. You have four. You have four options. 7 is selected. You have. 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 You have four options. Is selected. T selected. LT selected. LG selected. C selected. Entering training, scout college players. You have 4 options, one is selected. You have 4 you have 4 options, one is selected. You have 4 options, one is selected. You have 4 options. You have 4 options. One. You have 4 options. You have 4 options. One is selected. You have four options. One is select. You AHB selected. You have four options. You have four options. Three is select. FB WR selected. You have four options. You have four options. One is selected. T selected. Unsked selected. You have four options. Is 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 select. You have four you have four options. Is selected. WR selected. You have four options. One. You have four options. Four is selected. You you have four options. Six is selected. You have four options. You have four options. You have four options. Is selected. Entering franchise hub screen. Things to do. Train. Scout college players. You have four options. One. QB selected. You have four options. You have four options. Two is selected. You have four options. One is selected. You have 4 options. 2 is selected. You have 4 options. 3 is selected. You have 4 options. 3 is selected. Unselected selected. You have 4 you have 4 options. 7 is selected. Available selected. Entering franchise hub screen. View box score is advance week. Things to do. You have 2 options. Next week is selected. Entering. Warning pop-up. Are you sure you want to quit franchise? Team adjust. Things to do. You have 7 options. View weekly. Players ready to negotiate. Entering reassign players screen. Entering. Attention pop-up. Are you sure you want to sign this player? No.